federal government behind Onyeama'S travail, Uwazurike alleges. The leader of Biafra independence movement, Chief Raf Uwazurike, has accused the federal government of masterminding the plan by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission to probe the Chief Executive Officer of Air Peace Limited, Chief Onyeama. Uwazurike said the plan by the FCC to open a probe against Onyeama and the recent call by President Muhammadu Buhari's special assistant on social media, Loretta Onoche, asking Onyeama to face his charges in the United States of America, indicated that the federal government was behind the probe. He said Onoche spoke the mind of the presidency but warned that Ndigbo would rise against any plan to humiliate Onyeama. The EFCC had on Saturday set up a special panel to look into the allegation of $444.9 million wire fraud and money laundering against Onyeama. Uwazurike said, "I am Ijele of Igbo land, and it's my responsibility to defend Igbo people since the demise of Dim Odimegu Ojukwu, which Onyeama is one of, and I tell you that I have all it takes to resist the federal government from persecuting my people. We have been pushed to the wall by the federal government, and Onyeama's case will prove a point, so he should not be intimidated and must remain firm." So guys, a lot of people have come in defense of Onyeama. A lot of group of people have come out and said, oh, the guy is this, is that. Some people are behind the travail, some people are the one behind it, some people are instigating it, some people are jealous, some people are not happy of his good gesture that, he brought stranded people from South Africa and what have you. Many people with different opinion concerning this issue, and it's understandable because people want to like, oh, this is our own, this is our person and all of that. But beyond that, Onyeama must prove beyond reasonable doubt that he's very, very innocent of what the US government is accusing him of. Of course, he has made a statement that he's going to prove his innocence. I think everybody should just pipe low and see what happens. Of course, maybe some people who really are not happy with him, with the way and manner he went bringing back stranded people. I don't know whether some people just love some people to be suffering. But that being said, it doesn't really take any fact, whether they are jealous, whether they are hungry, whether they are not happy, whether whatever reason that may, warrant people to be saying all manner of things, unprintable names, calling the man different things, most especially from the angle of a Loretta Onoche. Of course, like what I said in one of my videos, that ordinarily it's not supposed to be coming from somebody of that nature because you are speaking on behalf of the presidency. She just came out and spoke as if somebody who is just walking on the street, that you just say whatever you want to say, nobody's going to document it. But as a government official, as a government person, somebody who is working with the government, you don't just say anything because everything will be documented. And meanwhile, I don't know how Loretta Onoche got to know that this man is guilty already. He has already pronounced him guilty according to from the statement of Loretta Onoche, and more so for the fact that Loretta Onoche spoke on behalf of government. She doesn't see justify that maybe the federal government is behind all of these things. We should all wait and see what will come out at the end of the day. That is just my own point. Let everybody see. Let everybody wait and see what will come out, because so that a lot of people will not be disappointed at the end of the day. Why can you be speaking for somebody that's, are you doing business with the person and all of that? And this idea of, when something happens to a particular person, a lot of tribal connotations, religious connotation will start coming in, a lot of sentiment. Oh, it's because the man is short. Oh, it's because the man is so dark. It's because the man is so fair. It's because the man is this. It's because of what he did, because of one thing. Instead of people focusing on the actual thing, let us see if at the end of the day, if he proves himself so, good and fine, proves himself that he's so innocent, why can't people wait till that time? It to be a good thing. But if at the end of the day it's now turns out that what you are trying to defend is not what it is, how would you feel? So that people need to be careful. Everybody needs to be careful, whether from the angle of the government or from the angle of individuals. We must be careful. You cannot just say things, because you just feel like, oh, I just believe that maybe that is the reason why this thing is happening. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. The reason why we are saying let everybody wait and see, because we know that to a very large extent, nobody is perfect. No country is perfect. There is nowhere where there's no corruption. There is nowhere where there's no hatred. But to a very large extent, when you talk about US, it's different from our own climb. If it were to be in our own country, we say, oh, anything can happen. Of course, somebody can frame anybody up. But even in our own country, even somebody frames you up, and you are very clean and you are very okay, definitely you won't be involved, and you will never pay for what you have never done. That one is certain. But in as much you must have soiled your hands in one way or the other. Even in Nigeria, they will get at you because people want to go to any length to go and fish out those things. But to a very large extent, the whole world is watching and see what is going to happen, because it's not what is in the country. Because if it is in what is happening in the country, nobody will want to put an eye or just to look at what we are doing, because they will like, oh, you guys are sovereign country and uh you can sort yourselves out. But this one is not really what is happening in another country. So everybody is on the look. Everybody is waiting to see what will come out of the whole thing. So I'm sure people will not want anything to happen to him. If there's any way they want to manipulate anything, if there's any atom of manipulations, people want to see that no, it's going to happen. The best thing is just for him to get his lawyers and do the needful, so that if really is innocent, it will come out victoriously. That is what I believe. Even Nnamdi Kanu has said the same thing, that they are going to do everything within their power to help him, to defend him. But the most important thing, the man hands must be clean. There is no doubt, with all the sentiment that people are bringing in, there is no doubt that such thing wouldn't have happened, because we know where we know who we are. We know what our people are capable of doing. But irrespective of that, if you have not done anything bad, make sure that you are standing, so that people will not use anything against you. But if you have done something wrong, that is when you are going to give the enemies opportunity to trample on you. So everybody needs to be careful. And of course, I know that from the government's angle, from the government's cause, they are going to respond to Uwazurike. How did you know? So because somebody made some statements and all of that, you just conclude that it is the government that is behind all of those things. It could be true, it might not be true. But from what Uwazurike has said, he said because of the statement of Loretta Onoche, because Loretta Onoche is speaking for the government, and she has spoken the mind of the government, and the rate at which the EFCC, rushing into the matter, they say they want to probe. Of course, one will want to think in that direction, because I could remember the so-called man who is one of the AD to the president, very closely to the president. He was caught in London with how many millions, money laundering and this fraud, forging of a passports, international passports, or visa, as the case may be. He was apprehended and deported. Up to today, nobody said anything. PM, they covered it. Nobody, EFCC did not even do anything. They behave as if nothing happened, even from the government angle. Even the same so-called Loretta Onoche, we put it before her. Did she say anything when that incident happened? The man that 100,000, 200,000 pounds was seized from his hand when at Heathrow Airport, and he was deported because of fake motor passports. Did they say anything? No, they didn't say anything. I've forgotten the man's name. They didn't say anything. She didn't utter any word. So that's why a lot of people don't really trust these people too. Because when you are speaking, you speak out of sentiment. Of course, are you going to blame Loretta Onoche? She's talking, and for what she's being paid. She talk and she will be paid. So the more she says all of those things, the more they will know she's working and she's really on top of her game. They are all just playing politics. That is just the way I see it. Loretta is playing politics, and that is what is being paid to do. She's paid to talk, and that is what she's going to be doing. So Ordinarily, if she's not in that position, she will not be saying that. But she wants to impress her people. She wants to impress her boss, and so that they will know she's working. And from the angle of Uwazurike, everybody must still be careful, because like I said, maybe she's just working and she just saying all of those things so that she will impress, and she will be paid more, and they will know that she's really working. So it might be from that note. It could be possible, so we can't even see. But at the end of the day, let's see what will come out of the whole matter. So guys, leave your comments below and let's hear your own take. Thank you very much. Bye.